You don't need to buy a camera to make YouTube videos. Just use your phone. You don't need fancy lighting to get the job done. Hang a light bulb and put a paper lantern on it. This is advice we often get from experienced YouTubers to help aspiring YouTubers not feel overwhelmed and just get started making videos without breaking the bank. This is all well-intentioned advice, and I'm sure it's helped many people get started posting their first videos. And I have to slightly disagree with it. This isn't a video of me telling you to spend a bunch of money on equipment. This is a video about me helping you figure out when and how to invest in yourself so that you can grow. Helping you figure out what's missing when you're feeling stuck so that you can start turning things around. A lot of times when we try to do or learn something new, we immediately default to starting out scrappy. If you're trying to make YouTube videos, you use whatever equipment you already have. You turn to YouTube or any other free resource you can find. And a lot of the time that can be fine, but in my experience, what I've learned is that starting out scrappy and doing everything on my own caused unnecessary struggles for me to the point where it was costing me my excitement and my motivation to do or learn the new thing. And even when I invested in inexpensive equipment and books and courses that helped me land my first dev job, I still wasn't getting the videos done, and I started procrastinating on learning new skills as a developer. When I started focusing on learning iOS development, I had already spent over $100,000 on my undergrad and grad school experiences that I refused to give any more money to anyone to learn something new. I learned the basics of iOS development on my own. I did as many informational interviews as I could with people who responded to my attempts at reaching out, and I took those opportunities to ask questions to get a better sense of what would be expected of me when working on a team and what I still needed to learn. Doing all of that helped me land my first dev job, but even in my first job, I still felt like I was learning and leveling up on my own, which at this point, I hadn't realized that doing things on my own for this long was contributing to my burnout. It's not just about learning the material, you're also putting energy into finding the right videos to watch or the books to read. And eventually, I started investing in Ray Wunderlich resources and a Sean Allen course to help me prep for interview take-home projects that helped me land my current job. And it took some of the guesswork out of figuring out what I needed to learn. Now that I'm on my journey to senior dev, I know I need to keep learning to level up, but I have absolutely no motivation to read an article or follow along in a book anymore. And that's frustrating because then I feel like I'm always procrastinating. The question I asked myself that turned things around for me was, what am I missing? What was causing me to lose my motivation to do this thing that's important to me? And for me, that answer is that I want to be able to learn in community. I've been doing things on my own for a long time now, so I want to change things up and try a different approach. And that's when I decided to join the iOS Lead Essentials program. It wasn't cheap, but I like the content that Kaio and Mike post on their YouTube channel, and there's a big learning community that comes with being part of the program. And for about a year, up until a couple months ago, I was having the same problem with making YouTube videos. The first time I started YouTube was back in 2020. I started scrappy. I used a camera I already owned, the lamp from my nightstand, and I didn't get fancy when editing my videos. I just cut the bad parts out and tried to make it look as seamless as possible. But I was disappointed with the quality, I got discouraged, and I wasn't having fun with it. At that point, I thought what I needed was guidance on choosing the right strategy to plan my videos and find the direction on how to learn some cool editing tricks, like I did with iOS development. After purchasing Matt D'Avella's Master YouTube course back in 2021, I got excited about making YouTube videos again. I felt more efficient in my video creating process, what my content pillars would be. I got a few more pieces of equipment, but I was still mostly scrappy with what I had. The issue was that it took me too long to set up to film that by the time I was ready, I didn't feel like filming anymore. Not knowing what I was doing, trying to learn about setups and lighting and camera settings, had me struggling to put together my setup on film day, and then I was still struggling with editing my videos with a quality that I was happy with. A couple months ago, I checked in with myself and asked the question, what is it about making YouTube videos that I'm really excited about? What is my favorite part about this thing I want to do, and what's holding me back from accomplishing it? And that was when I realized that the part of the filming process I enjoy the most is the storytelling and sharing of my experiences. As much as I want to learn the skills of filming and editing, it's not my main focus right now. That's why I decided to hire my cousin to help me out. He comes in on film day, sets everything up, I invested in proper production equipment to make life easier. And he handles all the editing. All I have to do is focus on being on camera. That decision has made a huge difference. Yes, it's costing me money to make videos when I'm not earning anything from these videos yet, but at least now I'm actually making videos, which has been really good for my mental health because I really enjoy putting these videos together to share experiences that might help you. And it's in a non-stressful way. You don't have to do everything by yourself. It took me a long time to figure that out and to stop being stubborn about doing things on my own. Learning to ask myself the right questions helped me get the answers that led me to make the best decisions for myself. I decided that right now I'm in a phase where I want to work with people and be in community. And yeah, you can ask on Twitter or search on YouTube what's the best way to do X, Y, or Z and follow other people's suggestions. But are their answers based on their experiences what's best for you? And yeah, I understand how ironic that sounds right now considering what this video is all about. But I promise that if you ask yourself the right questions to help you find the missing pieces, this will guide you to make the best decisions for yourself without defaulting to what worked for other people. That's it for this video. Please share in the comments something you've been struggling to do. If you feel stuck or if you've been procrastinating on anything, I want to hear all about it. And don't forget to subscribe.